He lived under the sky, where no mortal dares to sing. Clouds or lands are my own, said the mighty king. With anger in his heart, he marched his legion to bring. And so did the hermit, watch the souls crawl to him. Under the sweltering sun, their ranks began to thin. But the King of Kings marched to his humble abode, and turned around and saw many had fallen to war. For this war was of pride, and he wanted to end it all by slaying the lone hermit. But to his surprise and awe, his strength did fade. Resolve deserted him in the dark. So did the hermit march with a pot of clay, and quench the thirst of his army by cold water he so willfully gave. And in the end, King begged for some life. The hermit smiled and took him to the well of light. Hello, I'm the Holy Hermit, and I have a new monk build for you today. You've been asking for this one for a very long time. A two-hander monk that heralds the combat in strength, in speed, and in complete decimation of foes on MP10. This build is my personal way of playing as a two-handed monk, so please do allow me to show you another way, a way of rising bells. Part 1 of this video will explain the gear and build one needs in order to obliterate foes. As always, freedom is what this build and the gear set grants you. All you need here is a two-handed socketed weapon with at least 4.5% life leech and a ruby of highest quality to sit in it. Try and aim for about 45% critical hit chance to make things a tad bit simpler. Do not worry if the rest of your gear set has a lot of attack speed. A monk's will flows freely and knows no bound, so whether you have low or high attack speed is somewhat irrelevant. Nice and simple, right? Your build requires you to have Crippling Wave with Rising Tide to generate plentiful spirit. A Wave of Light with Empowered Wave is your secondary attack. If you wish so, you may use a rune Wall of Light, but the way the build works, I promise you'll prefer the freedom Empowered Wave offers. For positioning and counter attacks, use Dashing Strike with Quicksilver. Blinding Flash with Faith and Light to rise your strength and blind others. Now here lies the secret of this build. Exploding Palm with Strong Spirit for renewing your spirit pool with every group kill near the monster. Finally, let's make the monsters suffer by using Mantra of Conviction with Overall. Can't argue with the 24% extra damage taken, right? Passives are Exalted Soul for extra room to contain your unfathomable spirit, Transcendence to make you nearly invincible when casting your skills, and finally, Seize the Initiative for hardening the will of Monk by increasing his armor. If you are a one with everything monk and carry a lifesteal weapon with over 5% or so, you can forego Transcendence for one with everything. If your armor sits nicely over 4k, you can swap your Seize the Initiative for ultimate slaying form of monk by using Beacon of Etar that allows you to spam Blinding Flash more often. Such is our build, an unconventional way that offers multiple choices for each monk, but all of this will mean nothing if the build synchronization doesn't exist. In part 2 of this video, I will shine light on build usage and the course of action one needs to take when facing the monsters of Sanctuary. Recite the Mantra of Conviction and march on. When encountering a group of monsters or elites, use Dashing Strike to position yourself right in the middle of the group, followed by a Rising Tide to attack everyone around you. A 360-degree AoE will deal moderate damage, but the Spirit Regen on crit will fill your spirit pool in a mere few seconds. Use your Exploding Palm on monsters closest to you. If need be, you can easily place up to 3 palms on monster without having to worry about losing spirit. What comes next is entirely up to you. If you wish so, you can simply dispatch them with Empowered Wave. 1 or 2 bells will destroy entire mobs in one hit, depending on the MP you're playing on, that is, whether it's a suitable monster power for you. Otherwise, you can mark their demise by using Blinding Flash to elevate your damage output and making everyone explode around the monk in a scenic fashion. Here I will explain the secret of this build. With so much spirit spending and a mere 1 spirit regen from your gear and build, my promise to you is that you will never run out of spirit. How so? The secret lies in Strong Spirit. Once you position yourself in the middle of a group and mark monsters with Exploding Palm, a burst of bell will drain your spirit, but only for a short instant. Death of the marked enemy will return 5 spirit for each enemy caught in the blast, and it will be as if you're casting those bells with 0 spirit. But initially, when you're getting used to the build, if you do run out of spirit, using 1 full cycle of Crippling Wave will take your spirit back to full. Another niche bonus of this build. Seized Initiative and Transcendence will keep you alive, and when you time these two skills with Life Leech, you're nearly invincible with that frantic health regeneration. Even when you encounter elites, use the same tactics as a bow, but this time, do save a surprise for your angry friends in the form of Blinding Flash. Use it before you use your bells, and they will fall before they even know what hit them. So to sum it all up then, this is a monk build for two-handed weapons that boasts the highest possible damage output in its class. It generates spirit from unconventional ways and is the one true build for elite crushing and monster slaying. Give it a go and leave your queries in the comment section below. If you have more questions, find me on Twitch during my live streams. Other than that, do take care of yourself and remember to keep those bells ringing. After all, for monks, it's Christmas all year round.